Number 5, we want to simplify this fraction. Well, the only way it's going to simplify is if the top factors to an x plus 5 times something, and the x plus 5s cancel out or simplify out to become 1. So what can the top simplify to? Well, the multiples of 40, 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 3 times nothing, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. Yes, there's another way to approach this problem, but we're not going to. We're going to make our minds work here and work it through. So it is a negative 40. Since it's negative, one of them is negative, one of them is positive, so we're subtracting. These will have a difference of 39 since we'll be subtracting one of them. Difference of 18, difference of 6, difference of 3. We want a difference of 3. We want it to be a negative 3. It says that right there. So we're going to say, hey, negative 3. That means the 8's got to be negative and the 5 positive. We sort of knew that was going to happen because down in the bottom you have an x plus 5, and you know you want it to go bye-bye. So this top factors to an x plus 5, x minus 8, all over an x plus 5. And it does exactly what we wanted. That number and that number will be identical. So the final answer here is, hey, that whole thing up top simplifies to x minus 8. It's a lot easier to plug. Let's say x is 10. Would you rather plug it into there and do 10 squared minus 3 times 10 minus 40 all divided by 15? No, you'd rather plug it in here and go, oh, 10 minus 8 is 2. There's your answer. Now, we must, since this x plus 5 crossed out, we do need to make a statement saying what x can't be. What plus 5 would create a 0? That'd be if x was negative 5. That would create a 0, and that's a problem. So we do need to make that statement. Number 6, we're going to take the 15 and say, hey, what does it break down to? Easy enough. 1 and 15, 3 and 5. It's positive. Notice that's negative. That means either they're both positive or both negative. And since that middle piece is negative, we know that, hey, we're dealing with 2 negatives here because a negative times negative gives you a positive 15. Creating the negative 8, that's going to be my negative 3, negative 5. And I sort of saw that x minus 3 coming since the bottom was an x minus 3. These are going to be the same number, so they're going to cross out. So this just simplifies to an x minus 5, which is much easier to deal with. Plugging an x value in than plugging it in up there. Still got to make the statement, since this x minus 3 in the denominator went away, we got to state what x can't be. In other words, you can't get a 0 in the denominator. So if x happened to be a 3, you and I would have trouble. So we're saying, hey, this simplifies to x minus 5 as long as you don't try plugging 3 in. Because if you plug 3 in, you're going to get a 0 down here, and the whole thing's going to get messed up.